All right, in this next um, video on AssetWorx Mobile, I just want to showcase some of the configuration options that are available under this little user cog under here. So we start again with it's a browser page. We load our data after we have, after we have this connection to the AssetWorx database. You can use the API to select our data project. The assets come in, and in previous videos, we showed how to do inventories, how to do tag searching, how to do global searches, how to filter by locations and sublocations. All that's great. If you go up here to this, there's a few other items that might be of value to you as an individual user. The first one here is live DB update. If you don't want to update the AssetWorx database because you're just learning how to use this tool, or you're learning how to use mobile RFID readers, uncheck that. And just by doing that, you'll pull in the data from AssetWorx, but any changes you make will not be pushed back up to the database. Okay. If you're worried about scarring the data, just uncheck that and don't do live updates. Okay. The next one here is case sensitivity. That really applies to the global search box here. The global search box will look at any field, including description, part number, whatever it might be, for that string of information. And if that string is all uppercase, go ahead and take advantage of that by searching just for that item. Okay. The next thing would be show navbar. I find this one to be, it's really useful almost exclusively to mobile users that are on this smaller display screen. If you imagine how short that can be, gaining any kind of height can be an advantage. So go ahead and uncheck show navbar, and you'll gain a little bit more real estate for showing data. Okay. If you want to go back to showing the nav bar again, you can simply tap on the green bar on a touch device or mouse over with a mouse on a PC, and it will automatically shift back to showing the nav bar once again. Another thing that is a default here is hide consumed, and that's again personal preference here. In this application, we have a bunch of material that is delivered, and then it is um, received, inventoried, marked as lost, whatever it might be. In the end, it's hopefully going to be used and built. And after it's built, it can't be moved anywhere else, so it's consumed. And it may or may not be useful to ignore or show that status code for those items. It's easy to hide them. Uh, Remember that when you're doing, how do you get something to a consumed state? Well, you can change consumed here, your reader status from inventory to consumed. So if I go to, let's say I go to my collection of tags here for this location. When I do inventory now, if I just try to do a read on all of them, they should go from an inventoried status to a consumed status. If I can get my RFID reader to actually connect again. I believe you may have to take my word for that. Yep. So I'm going to hit stop on that. They all went to lost, but again, if you change it to consumed, they will all go to inventory. Try not to let your RFID reader disconnect. That's something I don't like about the TSLs. They've got a pretty short time span there. All right, so the last one here, tag prefix filter. This can be useful if the environment you are reading tags in has a very large population of tags that don't have anything to do with your project. So in my case, I have tags from all kinds of different applications. I have tens of thousands of tags in my office, and I don't really want them to be part of this read process here. So I can put in a prefix filter saying ignore a tag if it doesn't begin with this. Now, this, you can say that, if you're doing tag tracking, well, I don't need to worry about that. It's just going to be my stuff. Well, you think so, but then one day you suddenly realize that UPS, who is a major delivery service, right? All the boxes that they now ship have an RFID tag on them, and they all start with A2. And so that's going to be read by any fixed or mobile reader you have in your facility. You can use this tool to just filter out the stuff that has a prefix that means something to you and have it ignore UPS boxes or anybody else's device out there. Lastly, again, the ability to quickly change which columns you put in, that's really super simple just by clicking on items here. Okay, I'm going to go back to what I originally had. And obviously, this might be something that is of more value to people who are using a desktop or a tablet rather than a phone type device. But even for phone type people, you really want to crunch this down to just the bare minimum so that when you do see things in your aspect ratio, it's, you're going to be able to focus on just the information that you need. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. As we go to future revisions, we're going to probably add more things here. But that's a very valuable set of a collection of settings here, and each one of these can be personalized as well because it's a browser, and we can store those settings on that browser as opposed to your colleague's browser, which he may have a different set of preferences here.